Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Neo. In this video, we are working on this return client. I am just showing you, she's had these nails on for over a month. We did these before Valentine's Day, so it's definitely time for something new. I went in and actually gave her a complete soak off. We just wanted to start fresh. She lost one finger on her right hand, but yeah, just took it off all the way. I will link a video to how I remove a set with my e-file, but we just did a soak off. Now I'm just going in with my sanding band and just giving her nails a light filing just to remove any possible leftover acrylic that might be on the nails, and to remove the shine and to kind of buff those cuticles as well. I don't have it in the footage, but I did go in with a diamond bit, a pointy diamond bit, to clean up the cuticle, kind of get under that epinicium to flick it up. I will be using a ball bit later to kind of smooth out that skin as well. So I'm just using this sanding band to prep her nails so that we can get ready for a new set. If you've noticed, I am using a new e-file. So my Melody Susie Scamander e-file did die on me a few weeks ago, and I went in and purchased the Coupa Me file. It's a little bit more expensive, and I am still, getting used to it. It's different. The weight of the handpiece is different. The motor feels different. So I'm trying to give myself some adequate time to, garner an honest review after using it a few times. But I'm kind of enjoying it. It was, more expensive than a Melody Susie, but I'm moving up. I'm getting better, so I need better equipment. Yeah, this client lost her her pointer finger. It's been over a month, so that's like totally fine. Every other nail was fully intact with minimal lifting. And I'm just using this diamond ball bit at a fairly low speed to kind of clean up the skin on her nails. We did remove the cuticle, and then the ball bit just helps to smooth it out a bit. So this client is adamant on keeping the length of her nails. Usually when you're adding tips, you don't want to add it to the free edge of the nail. You kind of want to add it to the nail plate so that it has more stability. But this client is trying to grow out the length of her nails. She really wants longer nails so that we can end up doing overlays. So that's why I haven't cut her nails down. That pointer finger, her pointer finger, she actually broke that finger. So that's why it's so itty bitty. But we're going to get it there with where the rest of the nails are. But you can see her nails are pretty healthy. We did do a soak off. And it's important that you don't rip your nails off. I had a client once who came and it looked like she tore her nails off, and I was so angry with her. Please don't do that. It damages your nail plate so badly. Just soak off, just take the time, soak it off, be careful with your nails. So I'm applying these new tips that I got from my local nail supply shop. They are a coffin curve tip. In this set, you're not going to see much of the curve. I'm excited to use these on someone though who wants like a long curve. These are really cool. They're a natural color tip, and I'm just applying them to each of her fingers, making sure to go from sidewall to sidewall. Using my KDS glue, just any regular glue, nothing crazy. After that, I'm going to cut them down to her liking and blend them with my sanding band. I've already prepped her nails. I do it the same in every video. I went in with my Mia Secret dehydrator, primer, and a thin coat of the Young Nails Protein Bond. Now I'm just going in with that nice small bead of clear acrylic that I like to add to clients' nails, especially when they come back for a redesign or a refill. I don't have to file down to the natural nail. We like to keep it safe and healthy, so I applied this really thin bead of clear acrylic so that when I am going in to remove this set, I can file down to this clear layer, backfill with the clear, and then redesign on top of it. So that's basically what's happening. It doesn't take very long. It doesn't have to be perfect. It also helps to smooth out that smile line that might be there if you haven't been able to blend your tip accordingly. It just helps with staining. There's, many reasons behind it, but I just prefer to do it when I can remember, because sometimes I do forget. So this client wanted bright nails. She was like, you know what? You've been giving me these muted colors. I want something bright and exciting. I was like, okay, let's go bright. So I've got this bright hot pink color. It's an iGel Beauty color. Everything will be linked below because I can't honestly remember the name of it now, but I will link it below. And we are going to be doing some ombre nails. So the tips of these nails are going to be this hot pink. I'm going to be using a sugar and cream glow in the dark nude color to do this 2-color ombre, and then the rest of her nails are going to be a soft nude color. We're going to add something a little bit fun to them later. So this is Eggnog by Sugar and Cream. It is actually one of my favorites. I use it quite a bit on my channel. It's a glow in the dark. It glows, I think, a blue-green, and it is just a gorgeous nail plate nude kind of color. It does have a slight shimmer, like a silver shimmer to it. I actually swatched and reviewed it in a haul video. I will link that in the cards for you to check out other possible Sugar and Cream acrylics. I believe it was Sugar and Cream and the red acrylic, so I will link that video in case you wanted to check out any other colors. But I'm just doing a simple 2-color ombre with the nude over the pink, and I felt that because the nude was coming down a little bit more than I planned, I'm gonna go back in with the pink and back swipe over those ombre nails, just because I wanted more pink than nude. On the 2 nails in the middle, we're just gonna do a solid application. As you can see, I'm just making sure to push that product back towards the center of the nail to maintain that tapered square shape. And to build up product in the right areas. You don't want your sidewalls to be thick. You want them to be thinner. Most of the product should be in the center of the nail for stability. And I'm just patting. You see I'm constantly patting the sidewalls and free edge of the nail. You don't want to, apply so much product that you have a crap ton of filing to do later. As for this cuticle bead, I place it slightly below the cuticle. I push it up and towards the sidewalls, and then I'm patting towards the center. I'm gonna clean my sidewalls just to make sure we don't have any product touching the skin, and then I'm just patting down, pushing the product down with the body of the brush, and then blending towards that tip. So it's a simple application. You know, I'm just focusing on trying to maintain the shape, and it's not too bad. I'm going to do the same thing on the middle finger and then complete the ombres on the pointer and the thumb afterwards. So like I mentioned before, I felt like the nude came down a little bit too far. So I'm just going in with a super wet bead of that pink, and I'm just going to back swipe over just so that the pink is a little bit more impactful on these nails. Nothing crazy. I enjoy back swiping, going back and forth with colors while, you know, applying acrylics, just because you may not get it right the first time. There's nothing wrong with it, and that looks better than it did before. So nothing crazy. I'm just fixing these ombres to where I feel more comfortable with them. So I've got some beautiful pastel gel polishes out by Makartt. This is from their pastel collection. I'm going to be using a lavender or like a lilac color, a hot pink, a white, and a peach. on my palette, and I'm going to be doing some liquid marble on those two nude nails in the middle. So the pink is the main color of the show, and I am going to be applying just a swipe to the palette right next to each other. I'm going to swirl them around with a pointy, object. I think I use a dotting tool, and then we're just going to be, applying that liquid marble. So liquid marble is really cool. You need blooming gel. I mean, you probably don't need blooming gel. I'm sure you could do it like a base coat or something, but blooming gel helps because it helps to spread the product. I actually have another video on my channel where I used this same technique, but it was like a different color scheme. It was like red and gold and brassy kind of maroons. It was really cool. So I'll link that in the cards if you want to check that out. But as you can see, I'm just taking a pointy ball bit and I'm just swirling or marbling these colors together. You just kind of want them to mix lightly. When doing this, you can absolutely pick up specific colors. You're going to see me doing that a little bit. Like if I feel like I needed a little bit more white or a little bit more pink in the design, I go ahead and do that. But this is a blooming gel that I got from iGel Beauty a bit ago. I really recommend iGel Beauty. They're just so affordable, and they have this like non-stop 60% off sale. So go ahead and get all of those products. But as you can see, I picked up some pink and purple. I felt like I needed a little bit of the orange. Now I picked up a little bit of white. I'm just using an orange wood stick. It's a pointy edge, and the beautiful thing about the blooming gel is that if you look closely, the gel polish is going to spread slightly. It's just going to get a little bit softer around the edges, and it's really, really lovely. It will continue to spread until you cure it, so just be careful. Also, make sure to wipe your sidewalls because blooming gel will spread. You will have clumps on the sides of your nails. So after having her, after I was happy with the design, I had her cure in her LED light for 60 seconds, and now the design is set on the nail. So to tie in, because we're going to be adding some gold to this set, I'm just adding a little bit of gold foil to these areas on the nail. And I think blooming gel and liquid marble is just so cool. There is liquid alcohol ink that you could also use in terms of marble, but this one is just really easy, and you can do really abstract, pretty designs with pretty much any gel polish that you have. And blooming gel just makes it really soft and blurry and pretty. So that's what I'm going to be doing. After this, I'm just going to clear cap all of her fingers, encapsulate everything just so that we protect our designs, we protect our ombres, and this marble that we did on the fingers as well. So for this set, I think I was using the Young Nails Court Clear and the Mia Secret monomer. I have been trying to finish up my Mia Secret monomer. I have this huge 32-ounce container. I have a lot of other monomers, but this one is the first one that I actually started using when I started doing nails, and it just feels like coming back home. I don't know if that makes sense, but like the pacing is really good. It doesn't set right away, so you have so much time to play around with the product. And as you can see, I'm just focusing on encapsulating these designs so that they don't go anywhere. We're not building up too much structure. These nails are not particularly long, so you don't really want them to be crazy bulky. We will go in and file later, but it's the same application. I'm pressing that product in from the sidewalls. You'll see me patting the sides constantly. You don't want bulky nails or to misshape the nails that you may have filed in the beginning. And then just, massaging the product down and over the free edge of the nail. Nothing crazy. So after applying that clear acrylic, you can see the marble is nice and pretty and soft, and we get that hint of pink in there. I'm going in with a medium grit hand file, and I'm just going to be refining the shape. So we're going for a tapered square. I did not file the tips when I applied them because the length that we cut them down to basically gave us that shape. But I'm just making sure to get those sidewalls, I'm sorry, I can't even talk, get the sidewalls and the free edge really crisp so that, you know, we make the nails look nice and tight. And it's time to clean everything up. As you can see, we've got a bit of product around the cuticle area. I'm using my 5-in-1 carbide bit. This is a fine grit carbide bit, and I'm just basically smoothing the surface of the nail and going around that cuticle area. You see me, you know, going around from right to left around the cuticles. This is a safety bit, so you can get nice and tight up in that area without hurting the client. I have my speed at about a medium speed. My new Coupa e-file does not have a LED screen, so I can see the actual speed of my my handpiece. That's a little bit unusual for me. I'm used to being able to be like, okay, I'm actually putting the e-file to 20,000 RPM or 5,000 RPM. This one's a little bit more of a feel, so I don't know what she was doing. A little bit more of a feel, so I don't know exactly what speed, but it's towards a medium speed. I would just suggest going at a speed that's fast enough where you're not bogging down on the nail, but not too fast where the nail, you don't have control of the handpiece and the bit is flying around the client's finger. Also, you don't want it to be too high. This is a safety, but if you touch the skin, you can give it a little bit of a friction burn. We want to avoid that. But the purpose of me using the e-file here is to clear that cuticle and sidewall area and just to smooth the surface of the nail if there was like any uneven application of that clear cap, and if there's any lumps or bumps or anything like that. Afterwards, we're just going to go in with a buffing block. I'm going to smooth out the surface of the nails and prepare for some bling application. Usually after buffing or filing, I send the client to the bathroom, but when I'm in a rush or if I just don't feel like it, I just use some alcohol and or swipe and a manicure brush to kind of clean up the nails. As you can see, I'm using the manicure brush mainly around the cuticle area. You just want to make sure that you get any dust and debris from the filing process out of the area. You don't want to be top coating any of that. It'll just make the nails look unsightly. So that's one way to do that. I'm using my, what is this, Zule Bling adhesive to apply some gold charms and some crystal AB rhinestones. So because we use gold foil, we are keeping in theme with that. She loves gold. You can see her jewelry. And we're just going to be adding some charms to a few of the fingers and then some heavy bling on her pointer finger. After all the bling work is done, we're just going in with a glossy top coat around all of the pieces. I'm making sure not to get them over the rhinestones, but I don't mind getting them over the metallic pieces. Sometimes they rust as well. If you have a client who washes their hands, she's in the medical field, so she washes her hands a lot. So I go over the metal pieces with my glossy top coat, but definitely not over the rhinestones. You don't want them to lose their sparkly factor. And I'm totally loving these marble nails. I think in the future I'm going to try it in a blue. I'm having a itch to do it in like a blue with some blue gel polish. But yeah, after this I'm just going to clean up a little bit and have her cure for a full 60 seconds, and this set is basically done. Here's a shot of the final set. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like if you like, subscribe for more. I'm so glad to have you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.